Greetings, my fellow gamers. This is Yosef here, bringing their MW3 gameplay commentary over some Domination on Arcaden. As you can see here, I'll be using the P90 suppressor, using the Point Streak package specialist, trying to go for the M.O.A.B. As you can see here, basically, whenever I use the specialist package, I'm usually be going for a M.O.A.B. In every single one of my videos, if you see a specialist gameplay, most likely it's gonna be with it's gonna have a M.O.A.B. in it. So just to point that out there really quick. But my last video I talked about if you guys want to see M.O.A.B. tips, and most of you said yes you would. So I figured that I should do M.O.A.B. tips over a gameplay like this, where I end up getting 2 M.O.A.B.s in one game, which is quite incredible and something that's completely out of my range. I mean, I can get M.O.A.B.s ever so often, but I mean, 2 M.O.A.B.s in one game I really was not going for, and it just happened so fast that I really did not know what to say after this game. I mean, I was kind of freaking out, but anyways, let's get down to the M.O.A.B. tips. So first tip I would want to give you guys is to make sure you use a gun that you're most comfortable with. I like to rush around, so I usually use submachine guns when I'm going for a M.O.A.B. That's just me. It could be different for you. You may like to use a light machine gun if that's your type of gun, or you might use assault rifles or something like that. But make sure when you're using these weapons that you use them to the ability that they can handle. So when I'm using submachine gun, I like to rush around and stay close quarters, because when you're using a submachine gun, the range when you're up close, you can get like a 3-shot kill, or when you're far away, you can get as much as like a 6-shot kill or whatever. So I like to stay close quarters when trying to get a M.O.A.B. because it works out best when I'm using a submachine gun. But let's say you're using like assault rifle or like a light machine gun or whatever, then you're gonna want to stay a little further away from the enemy and try to play a little bit more defensive. I just find that the easiest way when using those type of guns to get at M.O.A.B.s. But yeah. So next tip I want to give you guys is, you don't always have to do this, but it really helps when you go into a game with a full lobby or a full party, or 2 or 3 friends or whatever, and tell them to use support package. When in this game, my teammates were not using support. They were just doing their own things, which is cool, and so I didn't really tell them to use anything in particular. But if you're one of those people who are having difficulty getting M.O.A.B.s and you want to run into get some friends and play in a party, make sure you tell them to use support package, because there's some pretty good useful stuff in there to help you achieve the M.O.A.B. I mean, counter UAVs are really important. Also, the recon drone, that is a very big help towards getting a M.O.A.B. because it's pretty much like a Blackbird from Black Ops. If you do not know what that is, it's like pretty much it just tags the enemies on the UAV and just follows them around, and it's really annoying towards the other team. Something that's kind of like an indirect annoyance is the EMP. I mean, it doesn't annoy the enemy, but it doesn't really help you track them on the radar. But it just gets inside the enemy's head and just kind of annoys them, especially when they have red dot. They don't have their like red dot on their sight, which is quite annoying. So those 4 things: recon drone, EMPs, UAVs, whatever you want to use, then that will really help you get the M.O.A.B. A couple other tips I would want to give you is make sure you use a gun that best fits the map. I mean, if you're playing on like interchange, you're probably not going to want to use a submachine gun, because there are a lot of long sights that you can get killed from, and I mean, there's not many close quarters situations on that map, as I pick up my first M.O.A.B. here quite early in the game. So after I die here, I decide to try to go for another one really quick, and it turns out quite well. So on this map, I chose a submachine gun because there's a lot of close quarter situations that I get into. As you can see here, just coming around the corner, get a couple shots on that guy, kill him really fast with a submachine gun, because that's what it's best at, close quarter situation. And that's why I chose the submachine gun on this map. But another map that you would want to like use an assault rifle on, or like light machine gun, is probably like Mission or Interchange. Those are the 2 that are really really worthy of using a assault rifle or a machine gun or whatever you want to use. Just not submachine guns on those maps because they're really hard to get kills with. Of course, dome, you're gonna want to use like a shotgun or a submachine gun because very close quarters. But that's probably my biggest tip right there to give you when going for M.O.A.B, to use the right gun on the right map. If you guys want to know what game modes I like to get M.O.A.Bs in, or if it's the easiest for me, I like to go for Domination when trying to go for M.O.A.Bs, just because I find it the easiest. It's the easiest to control the spawns in, especially when you're running with a party, because you can double cap them or whatever, and seek their spawns. So that's probably the most crucial thing, or maybe the second most crucial thing when going for a M.O.A.B, is to know where the other team's spawning. Like I said, when you're using, or when your teammates are using UAV or recon drone, it really helps you find where the other team is. And if you do not know where the other team is, then you're gonna find yourself getting killed in the back a lot, and it's gonna be very hard to get a M.O.A.B. Also, when running specialist, you're gonna want to have hardline in there somewhere, whether if it's on your class or in your first tier specialist perk. So right here, I'm running quick draw as part of my class, and then I'm running hardline as my first. So I just need like a flag cap and a kill to get hardline, and then I just need another kill to get my my second tier specialist perk, which helps out a lot when going for M.O.A.B, because getting those early specialist perks really helps you take control of the other team. Because right here, I'm just like moving around really fast. I have all the perks in the game. Steady aim really helps out right there because I just hip fire that guy. And when you have all the perks, you're basically like invincible, and you really do not want to die when you're on your specialist, because that's a good time when you have your specialist. It's a good time to take advantage of the enemy. So right here, I start to push up because I notice the game is coming to an end very fast as we got the other team double capped. So I really want to. Right now, what's going through my mind is that I really want to get to the second M.O.A.B. So I start to rush, and I'm not just running out there like aimlessly. I'm taking towards the outside of the map and seeking their spawn. Notice here, I do not run around the corner, which is very crucial, because you can get panic knifed in this game. You can get dead man's hand, whatever. And right here, just spray that guy. So I'm running to their spawn. You notice I'm running to their spawn, and I see those two guys in the UAV up there. So I know they're gonna be spawning up here. So I take a quick look, and there's 4 guys around here. So as you can see here, knowing the spawns and knowing where the other team is a very helpful way to get a M.O.A.B. As I get it right here, my second M.O.A.B. of the game, which is quite awesome. Still staying alive here and running back into their spawn to get some more kills. As you can see here, knowing their spawns, knowing where the other team is, using the weapon of your choice, having UAVs up in the air, basically all that really helps when going for a M.O.A.B. Now there are some other things when going for a M.O.A.B, like how like the skill level of the other team is, and if they use death streaks or not. But basically, you just got to get, that's like pretty much luck with that stuff. I mean, if they're using dead man's hand, that kind of stinks, because when you're using submachine gun, you're kind of close. Like right there, if that guy had a dead man's hand, I would have died. But I don't know. Parts of it are just luck. But I just want to thank you guys for watching the video, and be sure to comment and give me some feedback on my commentary and my gameplay, because I'm kind of new to this. But I just want to thank you guys for watching.